G'day. Today I'm going to take you through what we do when we're making up a biomix for the farm. We're out here at Sagina on my wife's family farm, Biodynamic on a broad-scale operation. And what I'm doing at the moment is I'm actually taking the prepared mix which has come over from Victoria and measuring it out, putting it into the stirring machine where it'll stir at 37 degrees for an hour or so, and before being sprayed out onto the paddock. The electric scales have given up the ghost, so we're back to using the old analog system. And what we're weighing out is 700 grams of the prep, which is essentially a really beautiful compost that's come over from Victoria, into 6 containers, which will go into our stirring drums. This is our stirring machine, which has come over from Western Australia last year. And what I'm going to do is take my little buckets of compost up to those 6 bright tanks that are on the top there. This is where it's going to get a little bit noisy because I'm going to have to start the pump up. Essentially what we've got in this tank on the front, which is covered in a yellow insulation, is enough water at 37 degrees, it's been heated, to fill these 6 tanks to the right quantity to mix with our 700 grams of compost. And what happens is I'll fire up this pump, I'm going to fill up those stainless tanks, and then the stirring begins. The stirring is actually managed by this impressive machine here, and what happens is that there is a centrifugal switch in one of the bright tanks up the top, and that centrifugal switch powers this pulley system. Now the pulley system will enable it to go either way, and when you're up there you'll see it where it'll swirl up and then switch the pulley system so that the water goes both ways. And what this does is it actually aerates the water as well as mixing in our compost for our biodynamic spray. So I'm going to move the water up into these tanks now. So the bright tanks are filling. There's a little white mark on each of them, which is my height mark. Just going through the process of adding the compost to the stirring tanks. Each drum holds 60 gallons of water. You can see there's a little line mark there. And 700 grams of biomix. As they reach that line, we'll turn these drums off and start stirring. We've finished the mix now, and the Bio 500 is heading into the boom spray. And at this point it goes into a large sieve to get any of the sort of thick composty bits that are remaining together. It sieves all those out so that we don't clog our jets, and we throw it out onto the paddock. This goes out onto the paddock at a rate of 4 psi, and the tractor is running at 25 kilometers per hour, so it goes out pretty quick. And yeah, I hope you really enjoyed this little video on how it is done in regional South Australia on a farm, working farm. So that's biodynamics for you. I've found it fascinating coming over here and learning about this process this week and helping with it. So tune in next time. Hopefully I'll be able to bring you some more vids like this.